Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening to another episode of Dan and Tony Sports. My name is Dan Snyder. Tonight, I'm joined at the moment by Dan Beebe. Tony Casper is off for the night. He's not feeling well, but Dan O'Shea should be calling in just a few minutes. Dan Beebe, how are you doing tonight?
Doing all right, man. How you been?
I've been pretty good. Oh, man.
Tons of stuff going on in the sports world.
I don't want to talk about it. That doesn't bode well for a sports podcast, does it?
Yeah. Well, it's just unfortunate now that our football season is really winding down, and we got only 4 games left to play, really, and if you count the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a very kind of discouraging, kind of depressing time of the year, I think, for us in general.
Yeah, I mean, when the Super Bowl happens, you have some hockey to look forward to. Hockey's good. I like hockey.
Not if you're a Coyotes fan.
Not if you're a Coyotes fan, no. I don't suggest becoming a Coyotes fan.
I had no choice.
You had a choice.
I did. What was it? I had the Avalanche. It was like, what was it, pick it, choose, or you could keep going. And if you just chose the first one, you would have been pretty good, right? I think it was like, I picked Oilers, Avalanche, and then finally the Coyotes. That's the one I had to pick.
That is correct.
Ah.
Anyways, quick tangent already, and we're only 2 minutes into the show, not even. Again, had some technical difficulties. Thank you all for bearing with us. Let's get down to this pigskin poetry, huh?
There we go. Let's do it.
All right. Maybe I'm just hopeful, or maybe I'm just naive, but maybe it's unrealistic. Yet for some reason, I believed. I believed they could get it done in the Angel City out west. I knew if they were to come out victorious, they would have had to give it their best. But they did not, and their lack of preparation shows. Can you blame the defense or the coaching staff that blows? I'd say a little of both, but mostly on the latter. But they have been eliminated now, so I guess it doesn't matter. And now I ask of you, what would be your call? Because if I were the Cowboys GM, I would fire them all. Goodbye.
That's just it. I mean, granted, as you said, it really was your quarterback that kept them in the game. The defense that was so promising up to that game was just holes wide open.
They shit the bed.
Yeah.
They allowed fat C.J. Anderson to run all over them.
Yeah, a guy that's basically been hidden away all season long and benefits from the weightlifting of Todd Gurley. Somehow managed to score, how many was it? 2? He had 2 touchdowns of his own?
He had 2 touchdowns and 120-some yards.
Yeah. So, I mean, that then and there, I mean, in my opinion, really raises some eyebrows. It's like, okay, you can't shut that guy down that's basically been promoted to glorified second string.
He wasn't even on a team 4 weeks ago.
Right, yeah. Because I remember seeing him come up in fantasy, too. It was...
I picked him up in our league with Run the Point, which Dan and Tony Sports thoroughly dominated.
Very much so, man. We'll look to two-peat that next year if the opportunity comes up.
I don't know if they want this smoke again.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
I do not know. If I were them, I wouldn't want it.
No. But in regards to the Dallas game, I was surprised. I really thought it would have went a lot different. And honestly, I believe, right when it came down to the end there, that they really just were not, it wasn't smart. They didn't take the onside kick. I think they should have.
Yeah, I mean, there are arguments both ways. So and we'll get into it now. If you do attempt the onside kick and the Rams recover, you give them a much shorter field that they have to go. And if they get 15, 20 yards, they're in field goal range for Greg Zuerlein. And so already down by 8, you don't want to push your luck. If you kick it deep and for some reason you think your defense can get a stop.
That's just it right there, yeah. It's what would have been, the alternative being, okay, you have your defense that hasn't stopped shit all night, so, you're going to see if anything has changed, I mean, it was a frustrating game. I'm with you. I kind of thought, I was hoping Dallas would have been
the victor.
Yeah, the surprise team to, after all these years to finally, get back in the championship game, really, raise some eyebrows as to, what's going on here. But, as I say, there's always next year, but...
we ain't the Mets.
No. But definitely tons of issues to address.
Absolutely. And they do have a ton of issues to address. And I want to talk more about this in just a minute. But I think I'm a clever person.
Yeah.
And I was sitting down thinking about if I were the person who writes like back page headlines for sports, these are the 4 games. These are what I came up with as the back page headlines. Andrew's luck runs out in Kansas City.
Yep. And it did.
No D in Big D.
Nope.
Bull up gets shot down.
Indeed.
And bye Eagles bye.
Yep.
Those would be the 4 headlines.
No horse is getting punched this year.
No. Nor is there shit being eaten.
No.
What is it that I had said? And was it to the group or was it just to you?
About them greasing poles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the group, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Yeah, check it out.
Okay.
But, I thought, honestly, the Saints should have... That was another freaking bizarre game. Like, up early, the Philly jumps out to, 14-0 lead. I was up visiting family this week. I'm, coming back down to the area, driving back down. I got the game on my Sirius XM, not endorsed by the way, but
should be.
We're always open to it. Sirius XM radio channel.
Yeah, come on, man. We curse. We're foul mouthed.
Yeah,
we can do it.
We can take over Howard's spot. He's done if he wants.
Yeah, we certainly. We'll even change our name for the radio show.
They could. And have 2 channels, one being our live show and the other one being our on-demand.
Exactly.
There it is.
There. Yeah, we'll submit that. But
I believe NFL Channel 88, and I'm, driving back down, I'm thinking, what the hell's going on with this game? You got the Eagles jumping out, the underdogs, 14-0. Drew Brees is...
And then they don't score again.
Yeah. Drew Brees in the sidelines, like, in a panic.
Was it third play of the game? Drew Brees throws an interception.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
It was the second or third play. It was on the first drive.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was nuts. And then I believe, I think it was at halftime, the rushing game, Ingram handling 7 yards. Something crazy.
Yeah, it just. And Mark Ingram is.
He's a beast.
To quote Ezekiel Elliott, he's a grown-ass man.
Oh, yeah.
So, insane what for them to hold him to, 5 yards.
Yeah.
In the first quarter.
Yep.
It's insane.
Yep.
And, that's not because Alvin Kamara was having just an insane game. Just Philly was handling business. But I found the message that I had sent, and I thought it was funny. Put the dog masks away and put down the horse shit. Only pole getting greased tonight is your own.
It is. Rightfully so.
Oh, man.
The energy that was the Eagles has been put out for the time being.
Is it safe to say that Big Dick Nick's dick isn't quite as big?
So much so that his own team doesn't even want him anymore.
I don't understand that. All right, I was looking through, and that's something that I have written down. For the Eagles, that Carson Wentz, not only does he not have a playoff victory, He doesn't even have a playoff game.
Yeah.
He played a full season his rookie year.
Yep.
Eagles won 7-9. He got hurt last year, and Nick Foles has to come in like week 14 and save the season. And then the same thing happened this year.
Yeah, just about. I mean, it did. And I mean, what do you do in that situation? You let him go. As to what the speculation is, he's likely going to be picked up by another team, and you put the team on Carson Wentz, who's going to be potentially sidelined by week 11, week 12. Then what?
Here's what you do: you keep Nick Foles, and you trade Carson Wentz to like the Jaguars, and get like 2 first-round picks for him.
Yeah,
that's what you do. Anyways, it's.
I mean, in a sense, there you go. I mean, what do you care? I mean, you hope that team falls to shambles, anyways.
I do.
Yeah.
Like I am excited for the future of the Philadelphia Eagles when Jason Peters is gone and Michael Bennett is gone. Which, first of all, Michael Bennett's a dick. Did you see what he did after the game?
No.
Okay, so after the game, a cameraman is taking footage of him. And he gets in the guy's face because he was taking footage of Michael Bennett.
Yeah.
He wasn't pleased that he was being filmed. You're in the NFL. That's what fucking happens.
Yeah, I mean, technically...
You're not like an elementary school teacher. It's not creepy. You're not like some private Grinch. You're in the NFL. You were filmed for the last 3 hours.
And not to mention, you're in public, too.
Exactly.
So
that entire family is just a piece of shit. You know his brother's Martellus, right?
Yeah.
What a awful family of individuals.
Yeah. That's just it, man. I mean, yeah, you're in the NFL, play the part.
Yeah, but anyways, pretty soon Jason Peters is gonna be gone. What's his name? Chris Long is gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're going to get rid of one of the 2 quarterbacks, and it looks like he's going to be Nick Foles. You know, the one with playoff experience.
Yeah, I mean, as I always say, there's a lot I don't understand why it shakes the way it does, but in this situation, okay. I mean, I'm sure they have their reasons.
I mean, they spent a lot of draft capital on Carson Wentz, so.
Yeah, but I mean that's like with a lot of other players, too, that don't...
I think they gave up 4 picks for him, though.
Yeah. Well, it's the same same situation as Ryan Fitzpatrick for the Bills how many years ago, where they got rid of him and they still owed him a whole bunch of money that we, no team's notorious for that.
Oh.
What's this ringing?
That sound can mean only one thing. That sound must mean that we are now being joined by Dan O'Shea. Dan, can you confirm this to be true?
Can I confirm what to be true, sir?
That is in fact you that is calling in.
Sounds like it.
Yes.
All right. And
so this is the 3 Dan Band.
3 Dan Band back together. How you doing tonight?
There we go.
How you doing tonight?
I'm alright. How are you guys?
Alright.
Doing well. Talking shit about the Philadelphia Eagles, so we're pretty happy.
Yeah, just kind of dissecting them.
About how I'm excited for the future of the Eagles because they're going to be getting rid of the quarterback that has won a Super Bowl to keep the one who doesn't even have a playoff start and can't stay healthy. They're going to be losing Jason Peters soon. They're going to be losing Michael Bennett soon. Eventually, they're going to have to decide between Alshon Jeffrey and what's his name, the running back.
Smallwood?
No, they're gonna cut him.
Clement?
No, Jay Jai. Yeah. So
it might be Jeffries, considering that he's got butter hands.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
I think he was crying at the end of that game.
He might have been. All right, let's go through all of the games. I'm going to do them in time order.
All right.
So let's go through these headlines that I came up with.